I'll take a chance and let you in. Just take my hand and take me home tonight. We defeat all impossibilities. Yeah, you and me will take our hearts and run free.
Hi, welcome back to AutoReview. My name is Patrick and today I'm presenting you the 2017 Toyota CHR or Coupe High Rider. That's what CHR stands for. But before we get to the car, please hit the subscribe button, activate the bell icon so you're informed about any new video, and thank you very much Garage Zimmermann AG in Unterseen who provided this car to me. You'll find the link in the description below. Alright, coming back to the CHR. So the CHRs in Switzerland starts at 24,990 Swiss francs for the 1.2 liter engine. This one is the hybrid, and as you can see on the side through the stickers, so you can choose either the hybrid or the 4x4. Unfortunately, there is no 4x4 hybrid available. So we have here a 1.8 liter hybrid engine producing 122 horsepower at 5,200 RPM, maximum torque of 142 Newton meters at 3,500 RPM, 0 to 100 in 11.4 seconds and top speed of 170 kilometers an hour. We have a CO2 output of 86 grams per kilometer, fuel capacity of 43 liters, and I had a tested fuel consumption of 4.2 to 6.5 liters, depends on the way I'm driving. And everything else I'm going to show you inside the car. So the first row, second row, the boot space, and then we hit the road. Unfortunately today it's too cold for the drone to fly, so the intro is without the drone. Sorry for that, but as you can see, winter started and I can do nothing about that. So without further ado, let's hop in and I'll explain everything about the car, and then we drive and I tell you what I think about it. Enjoy! Alright, so the CHR from inside, and as usual we go from left to right. Obviously the engine just started, it's cold, I have the heated seat on, I have the heated steering wheel on, but we come back to that. So we have electric mirrors which you can fold while driving as well, heated and with a blind spot assistant in the left corner. Then we have electric windows. All four seats have automatic windows, which is great, up and down. And what I like as well, the rear windows go all the way down. Then we have some compartment in the door, rather for smaller bottles. If you have a big bottle and it's squeezable, you might get it in, but be careful. Then you'll see throughout the car this blue part which goes around the navigation screen and in the doors, which looks really cool, I have to say. I really like it. It feels like it's rubberized. It's a little bit difficult because it looks like the dust really sticks to it, again to the black parts as well, obviously as well here in the steering wheel, but I do like the contrast. The other thing that I do not like so much is actually there's too many different colors. So we have the blue on here, we have this kind of dark purple, we have this blue underseat purplish color seats with a black one. I think it's a little bit over the top. It would have been nice if that would have been just normal black with this blue. But again, you can decide if you want to have this and I guess the other colors as well. However, the pattern that you have here, this kind of diamond pattern, which you see on the bottom of the door, in the door, you have this as well in the roof here. Well, yeah, it depends on if you like it or not. Then on the left side we have the auto high beam. We have automatic lights and automatic high beam. You just have to leave it in high beam if you turn off the car. We have automatic parking, works really well. I really like it. Then to open the fuel cover, we have the heated steering wheel on the bottom. Again, the positioning of that one would have been nice if it would have been maybe here, because we have still some space here for two more buttons, so one could have been the heated steering wheel. Then the instrument cluster, typical Toyota hybrid. On the left we have no RPM gauge, we have the Echo Charge Power or Charge Echo Power display that shows me a lot of information, as well as auto light is on, parking sensors are on, fog lights are on, blind spot is on, rear cross traffic alert is on, and so on and so on. Plus the temperature, and on the right side we have the speedo with the fuel gauge. In the middle we have a color display that gives me information on average fuel consumption, range, average speed, the display if the engine is running, if the batteries are powering the wheels, if we're charging or not, G monitor, if we should take a break or not, and then we can go to the right, navigation, Bluetooth, we have the radar in the front and the lane departure assistant, plus the sign recognition with the camera information, and then you can turn on and off all the assist systems separately and fine-tune them how sensitive they should be or not. And on the bottom we have trip A, trip B, which gear we are in, and eco mode, normal or sport, which is a little bit difficult to find inside the menu. It would have been easier if it would have been just here, eco, sport, whatever. But there isn't much difference in the driving habits or in the driving when you choose sport versus eco. I couldn't really figure out a difference, or I couldn't feel a difference. Then steering wheel is nice, leather wrapped here with this piano black, and it's heated. However, top part is not heated, bottom one is a little bit, so it's all this part or this part is heated. Mostly it's this one, so 2:45. Then on the left side we have the volume rockers and the stations, as well as the telephone and voice recognition. On the right we have the trip computer to switch between trip A and trip B, and the overall odometer. Then the reverse button, that is something that you will use a lot, and I'll tell you later why. And then this rockers to go through the menu as well, lane departure and speed limiter or cruise control, and the radar in how far or how close you would like to have it. Plus the cruise control to basically use it, another lever here. Steering wheel is adjustable in reach and rake. However, you see reach is not very far, but you should still be able to find a position. We have adjustable seats, and you can obviously pump them up and down, and we have electric lumbar support, which is good. Push start button. Then we have the 8-inch navigation screen with this touch sensitive buttons on the right, which are, well, okay, they work. However, I'm not so fan of those. Then air ventilations with a hazard light, heated seats in 3 settings for driver and passenger, 2-zone air conditioning, which works well. Then on the bottom we have a little compartment for a very small phone or something that sticks out, USB and aux in, cup holder with spacers, and then we have this painted inside of the center console, so you might have to be careful, otherwise you might scratch them. Then the gear lever for the e-CVT. Again, Toyota is very much fan of e-CVTs. Later I will tell you a little bit more about it. Then electronic parking brake, EV mode, so you can drive up to 58 kilometers in EV. Even if you drive on a highway, you go down a hill, it will switch into EV mode. However, it cannot drive faster than the 58 if it's on a flat. And if you go up the mountain, either way, it will turn on the engine. Auto hold function, which is great. However, you always have to turn it on. It doesn't stay on. And ESP on and off, plus another cup holder that you can actually extend if you have a deeper drink. Glovebox with another 12-volt power socket and space for smaller items. Then here the Glovebox actually looks like you don't have one. If you press here, it will open up, and actually it's decent size. Auto dimming mirror, then the lights here. We have a mirror for the driver and passenger illuminated, handles on all 4 spots, and seats are good, give me sufficient side support. Again, the color is a different thing, but they are comfortable. So that's it for the front. Let's check the second row. Okay, so the CHR from the back, and the seat in front is adjusted to me. I'm 184 tall. Obviously, if I put down my hat, you see I still have, let's say, a finger or 2 space to the roof. It's okay. If I lean back, then I just touch the roof a little bit. So this is the highest position for the headrest. You see the one in the middle is pretty much, yeah, very small, so only small children can sit here. Transmission tunnel is kind of flat, not too big. You can put the feet there, should be enough space. Then the doors open wide enough, I think. We have electric window, of the cup holder in the door, which is something different. Speaker on the bottom. Let me close it. And then you will see from the design of the CHR, you don't see anything left of it. So you have pretty much a small window. Then we open it, we have auto function. As I mentioned, it opens all the way, but it's very small. And it's kind of difficult to see as well for the driver anything behind the seats, because the window is also small and the C-pillar is so massive due to the design. Then on the back side of the seats we have pockets, no ventilation, nothing in the middle, no USB port, no 12-volt power socket, so no power in the back other than the light on top. We have no handles in the back as well, and we have no armrest either. However, we have 3-point seat belts on all 3 seats. We have ISOFIX left and right, and obviously we can fold down the seats as well to increase the boot space. Bring your power source with you if you have an iPad or a Galaxy Tab or whatever and you need to charge it. Alright, that's it. Let's check the boot. Alright, so the CHR from the back, from the side, and I have to say this is actually the one of the coolest looking, if not the coolest looking SUV out there at the moment. I honestly love the look of it, and it just looks so aggressive, which is nice. but I'll come back later to the look and the performance. So, but what we see is we have obviously the roof line goes down into a big integrated spoiler. It's really long and huge. It is nice. Then we have door handle in the front. However, in the back, it looks like there isn't one. It looks like a coupe. The door handle is here on top, which is really awesome. I love it. I like the look of it. Obviously, we have big 18-inch alloys on this one, so please do not buy the CHR with smaller wheels than that. Then we have the super nice designed rear lights in white and red. You see, it looks really awesome. Well, a lot of people won't like it, I'm sure about it, but I honestly love it. I like the look of this car. So what do we have? We have the Toyota CHR on the left, the hybrid logo on the right, and we have the Toyota with the blue, and obviously the blue in the logo means this is a hybrid. Parking sensor in the black part on the bottom, and that's pretty much it. So let's open it up. And one thing that you'll discover is that the tailgate is actually super heavy because of the design. And obviously you have the lifters in the back, and this part of the trunk is really heavy. When you open it, it's actually really high. It's very easy to load. Obviously you have a high loading height because of the way the car is designed. And then you have 377-liter boot space. If you fold down the seats 1/3, 2/3 left, right, you can increase it to 1,160 liters. And that is actually not bad at all. So on the left side we have a light and a little hook. However, it's only plastic, so don't attach anything too heavy. Another one on the right side, and we have a JBL subwoofer on the right. Below the floor you'll have some space for small items. There is no spare wheel, and it's just for small things so they don't fly around. And then we have metal hooks on the back of the trunk, which is good. I like that. So let's close it, and now let's drive. So let's drive the CHR. And really the first thing I have to tell you, not about the driving but about the car, is I love the look of it. Because most SUVs look kind of dull or boring, you know. They try to attract obviously as many people as possible with different tastes, where you say, you know what, I don't like it but I don't hate it, so it's okay, I gotta buy it. This thing is different. You have to like the design. If you don't like the design, you will not buy the car. It doesn't matter how good it is or how bad it is. So our usual test track, 30 km/h test zone, and I put in the cruise control. And it doesn't work because it starts at 45 km/h. What works is the speed limiter, and I've talked to someone recently who told me a lot of people here in the area, in Bern Oberland, they don't like cruise control with adaptive radar, and they are like closed-minded. They don't believe this will work, so they prefer not to have a cruise control at 30 km/h. But I'm not so sure. I think it should be, but decide for yourself. Then, visibility to the front, more than good. Yeah, it's really good. The mirrors are fine. We have the blind spot assistant. However, if I turn my head and look this way, I see a lot of black, a little bit of blue seats, and not much of the road at all. And that's why this car is equipped with pretty much every assistant that you can get in this version, in the style version. So we have radar in the front, blind spot assistant, cross traffic alert, reverse camera, parking sensors, and so on and so on and so on. So positive things, what I like. I love the look, I mentioned already, a couple times already. I love it has BLED lights. They're very good in the night. I drive a lot in the night, and I can tell you they're good. I like the auto high beam, which is good. Sometimes though, if you drive behind a car, it doesn't recognize it, and I'm pretty sure the driver doesn't like it too much. But for you, it's good. Then what I like as well is the assist systems. They work very good. With one exception, which is the lane departure assistant. I think it's a little bit too weak. I would wish it to actually do more. A lot of times I was driving and it just wasn't showing me the green LED here. It's still active and it does it, but I wish it would pull you more inside. You can adjust the sensitivity, but still not what I would like it to do. So I've seen different systems that work better and assist the driver more. Now, you hear this is a CVT or e-CVT. It depends on the car. In the Prius, it's okay. However, in the CHR, I think it doesn't fit the car because the car from outside looks sporty. And this is one thing that I would like to mention as well. Unfortunately, there is no powerful, really powerful engine for this car. And I would love TRD, Toyota Racing Department, to make actually hot CHR. Like for example, the Juke, which is kind of the competition in Nissan Juke, look-wise and size-wise. They went nuts, some of the guys, and it took a Nissan GTR chassis and put the Juke on top, and you had a Juke GTR, which was great. Obviously, you're not going to put this into production, and you know it's a different thing, but it is actually a cool thing, and it's some emotion. Because if you look at it, Toyota currently has no sporty really car. They have only the GT86. I have not seen one in Switzerland, to be honest, so far. And now the new Toyota Supra is coming out next year, hopefully. So we'll see how it is. So now let's accelerate. And obviously it works, right? But it's not like... It revs a lot, it's very loud, it goes forward 11.4 seconds, it's not fast, it's not bad. But I wish there would be something different, you know. Navigation. Works, brings you where you want to go. However, the screen resolution, I think it would be nicer if it would be higher, because somehow it doesn't look very high resolution. As well as the reverse camera. Obviously it shows you what you're supposed to see, and you have the, what do you call them, the reverse parking sensors and the front parking sensors, so it all works. But I would like to have higher resolution on the screen. The touch sensitive buttons, they work as well. I'm not so fan of them either. What I love about the car is the fuel consumption, depending on the way you drive. So if you drive sporty, you'll use a lot of fuel. If you drive fuel efficient and your driving route is the right one for the hybrid, you can achieve good figures. I was not able to achieve 3.8, but 4.2 was the lowest for me, and I think average you should achieve is 6 liters. Just give me a second, I want to restart the car. Now, let's turn around. Ride comfort is good, seats are comfortable, you don't have too much body movement, so let's just go on the highway again. Just this e-CVT. I think this car would be better with a double clutch transmission, or DSG, DCT, whatever you call it, 6-speed with shift pedals. I think that car would make much more fun. This way it's, yeah, for fuel saving, but it doesn't fit the character of the car, the look of the car. And as I mentioned, I wish TRD, Toyota, would make a race version of this, or a sporty version with 200 horsepower, 2-liter turbocharged engine, and I think that would be just amazing. What I love as well is the blinkers in the front. They look awesome. I really love them. And that you have the EV mode, obviously the hybrid, so the fuel consumption with it. Things that I don't like, or I think they would be better if they improve it. So one is the screen resolution. Second is some placement of the buttons. So automatic parking on the bottom left is fine. Auto lights, okay. But the heated steering wheel that is there, it's kind of difficult to find. We still have some space here. So as you have seen, two buttons here. Why they don't put here? That would be nice. Then visibility to the back, you can't change it. This is the design of the car. And then two more things that I think would be nice if Toyota could do it is, why don't they make a 4x4 hybrid? If you want a 4x4 CHR, you can't get a hybrid. If you want a hybrid, you can't get a 4x4. And one thing that is missing as well is we have no Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in this car. However, connectivity-wise, it's, despite lacking these two things, it's super easy to connect your phone. It's very fast, and what I love as well is I listen to a lot of Bluetooth radio from back home, and if I listen to the radio over Bluetooth, not connecting the phone over cable, it connects very fast, very quick. If I want to make a call, it will turn it off, I make the call. The moment I finish the call, within a second it switches back to the radio. Great. I've had cars where it was such a pain to actually connect the phone. Here it is perfect. Really, thumbs up for that. Now, price for this one, for the CHR with a small petrol engine, not hybrid, starts at 24,990 without any, you know, offers. And this one would be 40,600 Swiss francs without any rebates and offers. So if you're interested in this car, please head over to Garage Zimmermann, link in the description. Ask them if you have any question. And one thing that actually annoyed me quite a lot, I mentioned as well in the beginning, is every time you drive on the highway, you have the radar on. Every time a car pulls in front of you, the display shows there is a car in front. It is so annoying because every time you have to switch, you know, go back here with this button, which I mentioned you use a lot, or you just wait 4 or 5 seconds, which is annoying as well. I mean, just a little indicator or LED would be sufficient, or have it a separate display. But every time it goes off, and I follow really the fuel consumption or some other figures. This is a personal thing. Maybe you don't care, but for me it was a little bit annoying that every time it shows me there is a car in front of me in the radar. I can see that obviously, right? But now, love the car, love the looks. I think my recommendation would be to get a normal automatic or the manual. Maybe the turbocharged engine, because this one as well, the hybrid, goes only 170 kilometers an hour. Again, for Switzerland it doesn't make a difference, but if you drive in Germany maybe and you want a higher top speed, the other engines go up to 190 kilometers an hour, just for your information. So that's it. I thank you very much for watching. I hope it was informative and you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share the video, like it, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and head over to Garage Zimmermann, who provided this car to me. So I wish you a great day and see you next time. Bye.